Hello, good morning everyone. Is my voice audible to everyone? Ma'am, my voice is clear?
Yes, yes, it's clear, loud and clear. Continue.
Ilmas teacher, is my voice audible?
Yes, yes, sir. It's clear.
Okay, okay, then we will start now today's session. Uh, let me, okay. Myself, Nitin Ballure. I am from PK Road MPS School, Mulund, and today we are going to deal with grammar part, which is very important in any language study. So as far as English language is concerned, we are going to deal with this grammar part that is called figure of speeches. So let me tell you something more about figure of speeches. Is that what is figure of speech? Okay, why do we need figure of speech in every language? Means why it is important. So it is because important because whenever we speak any thoughts, when we speak any sentences, okay, when we speak any sentences or our thoughts, okay, or our ideas, so what happens, we speak that in sentences. So that sentence, in so as to make that sentence meaningful, okay, so to make that sentence meaningful and attractive, this figure of speeches plays an important role. So whenever you have to make any sentence very attractive, very decorative, or very meaningful, okay, so at that time we use this figure of speeches. So today we are going to see which figure of speeches are important. Actually, there are many figure of speeches in English language, but as far your exam, as you are all are students, as far your board exams or your upcoming academic years board exams are concerned, we will see some figure of speeches which are very important from a exam's point of view. Okay, so I think we will start.
Nitin, sir, we are not getting your voice. Might be your mic is mute. Please check that. Check your mic. Check your mic.
Is it audible now, ma'am?
Yes, now it's audible.
Every time it happens, I don't know what is the exact problem. Okay, we will start again.
Okay, okay, sir. No issue. Nitin sir, again your voice is not there.
Speech, they are not literally true. Actually, this different figure of speeches are there. They are not literally true. They are imaginative. They make imaginative connection. Means there are different see, and throughout our life we make different kinds of imaginations. Okay. So when we have to compare ourselves, that suppose I am a PM, I am a CM of this. Okay. So when we are supposing or we are imagining these things, at that time, to make those connection with them, we uses this figure of speech. Okay, they act as a bridge. Okay, they act as a bridge to connect, then express meaning in fresh and original ways. Okay, often act as a kind of shorthand. Means when we have to speak a smaller sentence instead of a big sentence, at that time also it worked as a shorthand. Okay. Now we'll see the first one, that is simile. Okay, we'll start with simile. What happens in simile is that, see, over here, very carefully look at these things. Comparison is being made between two unlike things using which words? Like, as, and then. Okay, like, as, and then. These three things are used to compare two ideas, two words in that particular sentences. Okay, so this is very important thing in this to be remembered in simile, is that like, as, and then. Whenever you find like, as, or then in a particular given sentence, you have to guess that that is simile. We will see some examples. Over here I have some example. Okay, yes. See here, uh, the sentence which has been underlined. Okay, you have to see that sentence. Her talk comes out as smooth and silk as breast of singing birds. Means what? Over here in this sentence, there is a girl. Her talk means the way she is speaking, the way of her speaking and her voice is that smooth, है ना? They're comparing her talk is as smooth as the singing of bird. Okay, so her talk is been compared with singing of bird. So over here the comparison is been made between the birds and that girl. So as is used. See here, if you can see over here, the word as is used in the second sentence. You see the highlighted sentence, the underlined sentence. Her speech is as a thousand eye through which we see the earth. Means what over here? Her speech means the message, the speech which she has given. Okay, that is compared with how many eyes? That is compared with thousand of eyes. See here, as is used. Okay, as I have already told you, in simile, which word we use to compare? As, like, and then. So over here in these two sentences, as we have seen, as word is being used. So this is example of simile. Okay. Over here, this is a similar example. There are some more examples. As cute as a kitten. Okay. Over here again, means someone is been referred as cute as a kitten. Okay. Second sentence, as happy as a calm, as light as a feather, as blind as a bat. So these were some examples of simile. Now we'll go further and see the next figure of speech. The next figure of speech is metaphor. The next figure of speech is metaphor. What does metaphor tells us more about? Over here, comparison between two unlike thing in which one thing becomes the other. Okay, over here, see here, there is many students get confused in simile and metaphor, more or less likely. What happens? Over here in metaphor, over here also we are doing comparison. In simile also we were doing comparison, but over there we were using like, as, and then. Okay, but over here we do not use like or as you can see in the second line, in the second sentence, what we have written: do not use a word such as like or as. but still we are comparing. So that comparison, that part comes in metaphor. Okay, we are the comparison between two unlike things in which one thing become the other. And over here one more thing is that that the first thing which we are comparing with the other thing, that first thing becomes the second one. Okay, instead of staying at its own place. Okay, poet uses these metaphors to make the reader think about new ways of seeing things. What is poet trying to say with this metaphor? Okay, here is an example. Now I would like to explain you this, that poet, through the metaphor figure of speech, what does the poet, it is used in poetries. You might have seen, you have came across many poems in which the poet tries to make your imagination more skillful, so that you can imagine the things, or you can assume yourself at that place, but you are not actually that thing. But still the poet is trying to play with your imagination. He's trying to convince you to be that person when you are not. Okay, we'll see some examples. Over here there is another thing. A direct metaphor directly compares to two things, which is verb assist. Okay, this is not. Hmm. Hmm. Over here we have some example of metaphors. See here, the first one, success is a sense of achievement. It is not an illegitimate child. Okay. Over here, what they are trying to tell you is that this saying reinforces the belief that everyone wants to take credit for success, but no one wants to take responsibility for their failing. Okay. Means over here, what everyone wants the achievement of success, means everyone is agree with your success, but not about the failure of a child. But so these are the two things in which metaphor is used. He broke my heart. She broke my heart. Your heart isn't literally broken, you are just feeling hurt and sad. So actually if you go and see, your heart is not actually physically, your heart is not broken, but it is your feeling, okay, which has been hurted. So it is like that. You light up my life. Okay, you light up my life. So as you can see this, over here there is no like or as word use. Okay, so you have to keep this in mind. So when still a comparison is being made and like and as is not used, so at that time this is metaphor, you have to think. Okay, you light up my life. Then the next one is, he is the apple of my eye. Now that boy is been said that he is apple of my eye, means he's very important to me, na, he's very important to me. So that over here that boy is been compared with my eyes. Okay, so how your eyes are important to you, like that. So over here comparison is made without as or like. So this was metaphor. Now we will see the next figure of speech, that is personification. Now I know many of you have already have an idea about personification. Yes, that is very good. So we will see some more additional information about personification. What does that mean? It is a special kind of metaphor in which human qualities are given to something that is not human, an animal or object or any idea. So in this what happens, a non-living thing is being given a sense or an emotion or a feeling of a living thing, simple as that. So just always keep this thing in mind. So in personification what does we do? uh, there is a non-living thing, means a person, or there is an object or a thing which does not have any life, that is been given a qualities, like singing. Okay, the bench is singing. Okay, the building is standing. Okay, actually the building is standing tall, but standing is also quality of a human being. Okay, or the building is running, you can see, and running is a quality of a living being. It can be an animal, it can be an insect, it can be a human being, but a building cannot run. So building is a thing, and it is a non-living thing, so it is been given a quality of a living thing. Simple as that. Over here we'll see as an example, the sun was shining on the sea, shining with all his might. Okay, he did his very best to make the billows smooth and bright. Over here, in a poem, in a contradict form, over here, in a very subtle way, we can say, sun is been actually, sun is what? It is a non-living thing. It is a planet. It is a star. Okay, but that star is been given a quality of smoothing and billowing, and like everything, a quality that a living thing deserve. Okay, so over here also, which figure of speech is being used? It is used personification. We will see some more example like that. I- Is my voice okay, ma'am? Hello, is my voice okay? Elma's teacher, Elma's ma'am, is my voice okay? Hello, the star, the star danced playfully in the moonlit sky. The first example, now the stars are compared, like they are given the quality, not comparison, they are given the quality of playing. So the stars are not playing, but over here we are saying the stars are playing. So this goes to personification. The second one, the rundown house appeared depressed. Now depressing is also quality of a living being. Okay, means what? You are in stress. Okay, you are having some serious thinking over there in your mind. So that is a quality of depressed, and it is a emotion, and that house is given that quality. The third one, the first rays of morning tiptoed through the meadow. So again, over here, the morning means what? The rays, the morning is been given the quality of tiptoed. Okay, she did not realize that opportunity was knocking at her door. Now the opportunity, it doesn't have any leg, but still they are saying that opportunity is standing right out your door. So we say na, don't wait that the opportunity will still wait out at your door. It is not like that. We say like that. Yes. So in that, personification is been seen. So this was personification. We'll move to the next part of figure of speech. Right now we have seen simile, metaphor, personification, and fourth one we are going to see is alliteration. Alliteration means what? In alliteration, there are many repetitions. Okay, in alliteration there are many repetition with the alphabets. Okay, with the alphabets there is repetition, not with the words. Words means what? A, a bunch of alphabets. Okay, which are meaningful. Okay, so they are words, but when you speak only about the starting alphabet, at that time if they are repeating constantly, that figure of speech is called alliteration. See, there is a difference between alliteration and repetition. In alliteration only alphabets are repeated, and in repetition that word, that whole word. Suppose over here in example, Sally sells seashells by the seashore. Okay, so S is been repeated many times. So this goes for alliteration. And suppose in this sentence only, if we have to say for repetition, what will be there? This Sally, or else the cells, this word would have been repeated again and again. At that time we can say that that is which figure of speech? Repetition. But because the word, sorry, the alphabet Sally means S is been repeated, this is alliteration. Some more example. She left the heaven of heroes and came down. So again the H and H word, alphabet is repeated. The next, to make a man to meet the mortal need. So again, in this sentence, MMM means constantly one alphabet which is repeating, that is MMM. So this alphabet is constantly repeating, so hence it goes out for alliteration. Next, the man to match the mountains and sea, the friendly, okay, welcomes of the wayside well. So again, in the first sentence, M is repeating, and in the next one, the friendly welcomes of the wayside well, W and W is repeating. Okay, so this was alliteration. We will see some examples now again. Come and clean the chaos in your closet. Okay, so in this sentence, what they are saying means there is mess in your room, or there is mess in your living room where you are staying, and over there you have to go, means you have to go and you have to clean that thing. Okay, so come, see, alphabet. Yes, there is something repeating. That is C. That alphabet. That C is repeating, alliteration. The big bad bear scared all the baby bunnies by the bushes. So again, I hope now you have understood which character or which alphabet is been repeating. The third one, shut the shutters before the banging sound makes you shudder. Again, S is alphabet is repeating. Go and gather the green leaves on the grasses. So this was some example of alliteration. Uh, there is one more next figure of speech. Okay, that is hyperbole. Now, what is hyperbole? Hyperbole means what? A over exaggerated statement. When you say some sentences are that like that, which we say beyond the imagination, also means they are overly decorated, overly exaggerated, means they are overstatement. Like, we'll try to understand this more with an example. His feet are as big as boats. Oh my god. So now what they are saying, that this person's feet, as you can see, feet means what? Yes, on which we walk. Yes, so these feet are compared with boats, but actually it is not like that big. Okay, but still comparison is being made with that boat. So it is over exaggerated, it is a overstatement. I nearly died laughing. Now, have you ever heard anyone dying because of laughing? So it is not that that person is going to die because of laughing, means it is over here the feeling. What does the person want to tell? That that person was laughing that hard. Okay, means he was laughing too much, you can simply say like that. uh, okay, we'll see the examples. More examples about hyperbole. I've told you to clean your room a million times. Okay, now this is not possible that you can tell me anything million time. Million time means how much? Yes, it is mm, the much that we cannot count. Okay, that we will be very it is very much times. Million times means, and we cannot say a same thing million of time. So it is an overstatement. It was so cold I saw polar bear wearing hats and jacket. So it is a funny statement over here. It was so cold that the polar bears, means the polar bears live in that snowfall areas. Yes, there are two poles, north and south pole. Over there, the two this polar bear lives. Okay, and they are saying that they saw this bear wearing hats and jackets. So that is not possible. They don't have that much sense that they will wear the jackets, and that jackets are not made for them, right? She's so dumb, she thinks Taco Bell is a Mexican phone company. Now, this is something related to Mexican, okay? And over here in this sentence, been told that a girl is so dumb that she thinks Taco Bell is a phone company. Actually, for Taco Bell is not a phone company, right? In Mexican is above America, okay? I am so hungry I could eat a horse. So now this is again an over exaggerated, overly decorated sentence. Now you cannot be that hungry that you can eat a full horse. And normally no one eat horses, yeah. Okay. So you have to be very thing over here that these sentences are been very decorated. Okay, means what they are, uh, the emotions in this sentence are over exaggerated. Okay, so because of that only this sentence are seem like this. So this was the hyperboles example. We will try to see some more examples now. Okay, this was end from the PPT slide. Now we will go back to the examples. Okay, so that was from the PPT slide. We have seen different kinds of figure of speeches, so such as simile, metaphor, personification, alliteration, and hyperbole. So though these all have different things in its own self. Is my voice audible na? Everyone can hear my voice. So this all simile, metaphor, alliteration, hyperbole, these all different kind are different from each other. So they all have their own characteristics. So it is very important to keep in mind which are the important thing of this all figure of speeches. So we will try to again overthink. We will try to guess the answers. Now again I'm going to show you some examples about this all. You all have to guess the answers. Okay. Okay, so let's start about the examples. Okay, everyone can see this. Yes, everyone can see this, I think. uh, there are some tricks. There are some tricks in these sentences. What is this been done? Everyone be quiet and try to listen. Okay, no one will do that thing. Okay, or else I have to use another way.
Yes, Motilal has raised her hand. So,
He's using that pencil and something what.
okay.
Hence has the following things you have to just keep this in mind. Like, as, so, and then. Okay, so this particular words will work. Like life is like a dream. Okay, so here like word is used. So this is simile. Now what is in metaphor? As I have already told, again comparison is done, but not with the words like, as. Okay, so life is a dream. So directly life is given a tag of a dream. Okay, so over here direct comparison is done, and not like the first one, like in done in simile. So again, in personification, what is the characteristics of personification? Non-living thing is given a qualities of a living thing. Okay, so we'll try to understand again. Oh, here example is there. Ocean were full of tears. So this ocean, it is a non-living thing, but it is crying. Tears means what? We are crying. So this crying is a quality of of a living being. Okay, animals cry, human beings cry. So again over here, ocean, which is non-living thing, given a quality of a living thing. So this is personification. Now we will see some examples about the different figure of speeches that we have seen. Okay, the first one over here, uh, experiences is the best teacher. Okay, experiences is the best teacher means what? In this personification figure of speech is used. Why is that so? Because experience is given the quality of a teacher. Means what does a teacher do? Teacher teaches you. Okay, teacher teaches you. So that is the thing. It is given, it is told personification. Now again, life is a dream. So now life is a dream means what? Again over here, metaphor comes because life is given a tag of a dream. Okay, the third one, I have not seen her from ages. Now, this is not possible actually. That ages means what? Many years. Okay, many years. Means you can say 10, 20, 15. Okay, 10, 20 not. Actually, more than 50 or more than that years. So that is called ages. So this is not possible to see a person from one age to other age. Okay, it takes a big time. So this is overstatement, over exaggerated statement, and that is hyperbole. Fine with that? I hope you all are understanding. Okay, so this is hyperbole. The fourth example we are going to see is that I wandered lonely as a cloud. Now what? You have seen in the sky there are clouds. They are just roaming from one place to other place, one place to other place. So they are roaming. So but that does not mean they are roaming lonely. And how can we say that the clouds are lonely? Actually lonely is the quality, is it's a feeling, right? Means you are alone. It's a feeling or it's a uh, situation. So that is things for human beings. Okay. Okay. Again, I wandered lonely as a cloud. So over here, as is used. Yes, as is used means loneliness is as compared as a cloud. So simile. Fifth one, life is the spice of life. Okay, over here, spice. Actually, that word is halfly written, so that is spice. Spice means what? The spices which you use in your food, like that. So that goes for metaphor. Next few more examples we will try to see. Okay, a few more examples are there again. I hope you all are understanding different examples through which we are going. Okay, now who will tell me the answer? I saw 10,000 at a glance. So I saw 10,000 at a glance. This sentence. Okay. So who can guess the answer? Yes, try to think, everyone try to think again and again. So, okay, we will deal with this sixth number of example lastly because you all are giving answers. That is good. We will go for the seventh sentence. Life is like a dream. Again over here, like word as I have, see in the box I have underlined like word. Okay, so life is like a dream. So comparison done with which word? Like, as, or then. So over here like is there, so that is simile. Okay, sentence number 8, lie has no legs. Again, lie means what? When you speak lie. Okay, we speak lie. Yes, that is not a good habit. Okay, but human beings are tend to speak lie. Okay, many of the human beings do speak. So that is a quality of which human beings. But the legs which are part of our body, yes, they are different. The legs on which we walk, so they are parts of our body and they don't have separate emotion. Okay, so but still they are being given a quality of a human being. So because of only that personification, we can say this sentence is for personification. So the next one is that camel is the ship of desert. Now, can you tell me camel is the ship of the desert? Means over here, see, again I'm telling you, don't get confused in simile and metaphor. In simile, like, as, and then are there, and in metaphor we don't have this word like, as, then, and like. Okay, so these three word, when you don't find these three word, and when you still see that there is comparison in simile and metaphor, one thing is surely common, that is comparison. But over here, we don't find like, as, and then. So because of that only, it is metaphor. And that one particular thing means two things are there to compare in the sentence ninth. Also see, camel is the ship of desert. Now camel is one thing and desert is one thing. Okay, but the first thing is directly given or directly said the second one. So camel is the ship of desert means it is we are telling that camel is directly the ship of desert, but it is not the ship of desert. Means what emotions or what idea they want to tell us, that they are the convenient way of transportation in desert. In desert we cannot go by vehicle, or you cannot walk, or you don't have trains or all those things. Okay, so many people use camel as their thing of transportation, or from going one place to other, simple as that. Now the 10th one example, Gopal saw someone sitting and smiling with him. Now over here, as I have already told you, in alliteration, alphabet will repeat, and in repetition, words will repeat. So over here, you have to guess now, alphabet is repeating or word is repeating. So I hope you are getting the idea. Alphabet means what? Only single character. If that single character is repeating again and again, so you have to think that is for alliteration. Okay, this is very simple figure of speech, but still many of you do mistakes. So get clear with your idea in mind that only words are repeated again, that is repetition, and only alphabet are repeated, that is alliteration. So in the 10th example, only alphabet is repeated, S. Yes, saw is different word, someone is different, sitting is different, and smiling is also different. So only S is the same alphabet that is repeating in every word. So because of that, this is alliteration. So I hope you all have understood the example. Now we'll go back to the sixth example. I saw 10,000 at a glance. So now over here, I am asking you again, what can be the answer? Because over here, 10,000 at a glance means what this, see, firstly, try to understand what is that sentence saying. After that only you will be able to find which figure of speech is acting over here. Okay, so in this sentence, what they are saying, they have seen so many things at a glance, meant at a glimpse, means when you are moving your head. Okay, and at that time when you see something suddenly. So what is they are telling in this sentence, they saw 10,000 pigs at a glance, at just moving one side. So that is not possible. You can see just one uh, thing, okay, at a glance, not 10,000. So this is, they are telling us overstatement, over exaggerated sentence. And so because of that only, this sentence goes for which one, which figure of speech, that is hyperbole. I hope you have understood this, because this sentence is over exaggerated. Over exaggerated means what? When you say which does not really exist. Okay, when you say something which does not really have meaning, which does not really have that much of reality into it, so at that time that sentence is overly exaggerated. And that goes for which quality, that is having hyperbole. Okay, that goes tag for hyperbole. So this were the figure of speeches that we have seen. So these were the figure of speeches, the different figure of speeches that we have seen. The first one is simile, the second one is metaphor, the third one is personification, the fourth one is alliteration, and the fifth one is hyperbole. Have